Well, hello there, Kenyon. How are you? Hey guys, it's time for Strat-O-Matic baseball. Boy, I tell you, I went for a swim at the Y earlier and got home to set up the game and realized I hadn't posted the preview yesterday. I forgot to post the game up. So anyway, I had to scramble to do that. Got it set up and we're ready to roll. Cleveland at New York today, May 4th, 66, the middle game of a 3-game set. Sonny Siebert will take the mound for Cleveland, Mel Stottlemyre for New York. And greetings to Ben. Ben, have you rolled the dice yet? Well, thank you, Kenyon. Yeah, I don't have anywhere else to be. Yeah, you're not kidding about that one. Holy cow. An amazing last 2 games. We'll see what these two teams do today. Siebert, you can see his card here. It's an excellent card. Stottlemyre, a good card with a poor record. Victim of poor run support, I'm sure. In the replay so far, Siebert has made 2 starts, 2 complete games. He's 2-0 with a 1.5 ERA. 14 hits in those 18 innings. Stottlemyre 0-4, 5.67 in 4 starts, 27 innings, 31 hits. He hasn't pitched as badly as the numbers would seem to dictate there. And he'll give it another try today. Not hard to see how he lost 20 games that year with this ball club, that's for sure. They come in 3-14, last place in the American League. The Indians are rather surprising, 10-3. So I'll get you the Indians lineup here as Stottlemyre warms up. The Yankees taking the field. It will be Vic Davalillo leading off for Cleveland. Max Alvis in the 2 spot. Leon Wagner bats 3rd. Rocky Colavito in the familiar cleanup role. And Fred Whitfield hitting 5th. Pedro Gonzalez 6th. Larry Brown hits 7th. Duke Sims will do the catching today and hit 8th, with Siebert batting 9th. And good afternoon, Mike C. Welcome. And good afternoon to Kevin. Hello there. Hope everyone's having a great day. We'll set the Yankees defensively. Elston Howard will be catching Stottlemyre. The infield, Joe Pepitone at first, Bobby Richardson at second, Clete Boyer at short, Tom Tresh at third base, and the outfield, White in left, Mantle back in the lineup in center, and Roger Maris in right. And greetings to Jack. From a cold and windy, frigid January in Long Island, the wind chill today was 16. Holy crap. We're sitting about 56 here, overcast and cloudy with rain coming in. In fact, I might play 2 games today. We'll see how I feel after this one. Not much else to do today. Got my stuff out of the way early. Okay, we're ready to get underway here as Vic Davalillo steps in from the left side. Davalillo comes in at 246, 1 home run and 7 RBIs. Left-handed hitter, Mel Stottlemyre, the sign from Howard, and we're underway. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-3 against the right-hander. A tapper down to first. Pepitone gloves it. He'll take it himself, and there's 1 out, and we are underway. All right, that feels good. Man, I'll tell you, after that swim today, I am beat. It is pathetic how out of shape I am. I got to start doing these things more than once every week or 2. If nothing else, walking on the treadmill. I have a treadmill. It's a cheap one, but it works. Oh my goodness, I'm a mess. And hello to Rick. And Ben's getting snow tonight. Yeah, it's a weird... We're coming into spring very strange here weather-wise. Max Alvis, the batter now. Elvis comes in at 309, 3 home runs, 8 runs batted in. Stottelmeyer gets the sign. The pitch to Elvis, a 4-11 right-handed. That's a base hit right up the middle. And Elvis aboard with a single. And Kevin, I'd have to think that Stottelmeyer's due for a change of luck. And here's Leon Wagner now. Leon comes in 242, 4 home runs, 8 runs batted in. His 4 home runs, second on the club, actually tied with Whitfield for second on the club to Rocky. Let's check Elvis for running. Not a threat to steal. Takes his lead. Wagner, a left-handed hitter. Stottelmeyer from the stretch. Pitch to Wagner is a 6'10 left-handed. That's catcher's card X. That'll be Elston Howard, a 2E6. Still a fine defensive catcher, even in his declining years. And here's the play. That's going to be a 10, the error rating. It's that dreaded 5 on an E6. He makes an error. How about that? That 5 is almost always an error. So error on the catcher. Wagner to first, Elvis down to second. And here comes Rocky Colavito. So Stottelmeyer in a jam already. Colavito comes into the game, one of baseball's top hitters in the early going of this replay. He's batting .440 with 6 home runs and 13 runs batted in. So Stottelmeyer has his work cut out for him now in the first inning. Runners at first and second, 1 down, and here's Rocky. Stottelmeyer gets the sign from the stretch. That's going to be a 4-4 right-handed. It's a grounder to short X. That's Boyer. This could be 2. Boyer, a 3E19 into the hole. Here's the play. On a 13, he's got it, but he can only get 1. Throw to first, runners advance. So 6-3X Colavito retired. Wagner takes second. Elvis will move into third. And with 2 away, Fred Whitfield will come to the plate. Whitfield hitting .342, 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. This Cleveland team hitting .275 as a team with 23 home runs. So here's Whitfield now. Stottelmeyer trying to get out of this inning without allowing a run. Whitfield trying to pick him up. Here's the pitch. It's a 6-6 left-handed single to 11 on a 13. That liner's speared by Bobby Richardson, and that saves at least a run. Holy cow, what a play. Liner, Richardson leaped up and speared it, and the side is retired. No runs a hit, they leave a pair. And maybe the luck is turning for Mel Stottelmeyer. At the end of half, it is Cleveland nothing, New York coming to bat. I have to move this down so I can see what Ben put in there. Jack, were you able to print that? And nice weather in Jacksonville, not surprisingly, I suppose, for this time of year. Let's give you the Yankee lineup now. It'll be Bobby Richardson leading off, Roy White bats second, Roger Maris in the 3 spot, Mickey Mantle in the cleanup spot, Tom Tresh will hit 5th, Joe Pepitone bats 6th, Clete Boyer, who made that fine play, hitting 7th, Elston Howard, the catcher, hits 8th, and Stottelmeyer bats 9th. Cleveland defensively will have Duke Sims catching Siebert. The infield from first to third, Whitfield, Gonzalez, Brown, and Alvis, pretty much their standard infield. And the outfield left to right of Wagner, Davalillo, and Rocky Colavito. So here's Richardson now. He comes into the game at 280, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Siebert Gets the sign. Now the windup. Here's the pitch to Bobby. It's a 3-6. Base hit into right field. Richardson reached out and poked it the other way. And he's aboard with a leadoff single. Richardson not a threat to steal. Here's Roy White now. White, the switch hitter, batting lefty against Sonny Siebert. He's batting .278, 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. From the stretch now, pitch to White. That's going to be a 4-6 left-handed fly ball to left field. It's playable for Wagner. 1 down. And here comes Roger Maris. Maris and Mantle, the M&M boys, they really need to get going for this team to improve. Maris comes in at the game hitting just 156, 1 home run, 8 runs batted in. Siebert studying the signs from the stretch now. The pitch to Maris is a 4-8 left-handed fly ball into center. Davalillo patrolling, he's got it, and there's 2 away. And here comes the legendary Mickey Mantle. Mantle not much better than Maris. He's hitting 195 with just 1 home run, 6 RBIs. So yes, these guys really need to get going, and that largely explains the 3-14 record to this point. Runner takes his lead from first. From the stretch now, the pitch to Mickey Mantle is a 5-5 left-handed. It's a high fly ball in deep right field. Colavito going back. It's off the wall. Davalillo picking it up. That's going to be a double, an open double. Richardson can try to come in on that. Davalillo a +1. Richardson a 14 with 2 outs, 16-17. He's coming. Here's the throw. He's in there. RBI double for Mickey Mantle, and he'll move into third on the throw to the plate. One to nothing New York. Mantle comes through with a clutch 2-out double. And here's Tom Tresh now. Tresh hitting just 158 on the season. I can't believe some of these averages of these Yankee hitters. 4 home runs, leads the ball club. He's driven in 8. Switch hitter batting left. Runner on third and 2 down as Siebert gets set now. Here's the pitch to Tresh. That'll be a 6-9 left-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that will retire the side. The Yankees get a run on 2 hits. Leave a man at third base, and after 1 inning of play, it's Yankees 1, Indians nothing. I know what you mean, Kenyon. I feel like they should be doing a little better. And Ben says, next question, did not realize how high a stack of cards 30 teams of cards are. And let's see, you have the 2003 set. What I would do there is I stack them by division and get a box. A shoebox will work. Oh, they sent 2023. So yeah, now you've got 6 divisions, so a shoebox won't work. That would be too long. Find a box or container that can handle, 6 wide, side by side, and then stack them in divisions. Oh, wow. Well, that's all right, I guess. Something to get started with. You can always get another set later. I know they're pricey. And of course, the shipping, I've said it a million times, the shipping is what kills you. Mel Stottlemyre getting ready to go to work here in the top of the second. Gonzalez, Brown, and Sims do. Pedro Gonzalez comes into the game at 286, 1 home run and 6 runs batted in. Strat-O-Matic getting the sign, the windup, and the pitch to Gonzalez. 6'6" right-handed, and he walks in. Ball 4. Gonzalez is aboard to lead off the second. Star 15 Steeler. Let's check the battery now. Strat-O-Matic a -2 hold. Howard is 0, so he'd be a 13 not held, and they're going to elect to not hold him. Here's Larry Brown, the shortstop now. Right-handed hitter. Brown comes into the game at 267, 2 runs batted in. Strat-O-Matic staring in now. From the stretch, pitch to Larry Brown. It's going to be a 4-6 right-handed fly ball into center. That's Mantle. He's right there to make the catch, and there's 1 down. And here's Duke Sims now. Had a momentary thought of perhaps bunting with Brown. Elected not to. And he flies out to center. Here's Duke Sims now. Sims hasn't played that much this season. He's 3 for 7. He's been in 3 ball games, 1 RBI. Left-handed batter. Strat-O-Matic gets the sign from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Sims. It's a 3-9, swung on and missed strike 3, right in his good column there. And down he goes on strikes. And that'll bring up Siebert. Sonny, a right-handed hitter, 1 W. And here's the pitch from Strat-O-Matic. That's going to be a 1-5, swung on and missed strike 3. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And maybe the fortunes are turning for Mel Strat-O-Matic. He's looked sharp for the first 2 innings today. Oh, absolutely, Jack. Exactly. Yeah, they all got old at the same time. These same guys were, awesome 2 years prior. And there's Yankee Bob. Good to see you, Bob. How you doing? Moving to the bottom of the second. It'll be Pepitone, Boyer, and Howard for New York. Joe Pepitone comes into the game batting 200, 13 for 65, 2 home runs, and he is the team's RBI leader with 12. So Pepitone trying to get something going here in the second. Siebert, the sign from Sims, the windup and the pitch is going to be a 4-8 left-handed fly to center field. Davalillo's there and makes the catch for the out. Clete Boyer will be the batter. Can't find him. Oh my goodness. Boyer comes in just 175. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Another underperforming card. Siebert into the windup. The pitch to Boyer is a 6-7 right-handed. It's a grounder to second base X. That will be Gonzalez, a 3E14. Gonzalez to his left. Here's the play now on a 1. He's not going to get that. That's through for a base hit. So Boyer with a 1-out single. One of those 320 guys when it comes to stealing. So we won't risk that here. He takes his lead. Elston Howard, the batter. Elston Howard hitting .311, 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. So one of the few cards producing on this team so far. Siebert now working out of the stretch. The pitch to Elston Howard. That's going to be a 5-7 right-handed, swung on and missed strike 3, and down goes Elston. And with 2 away, that will bring up the pitcher, Mel Strat-O-Matic. Strat-O-Matic, a 2 right-handed batter. He does have end power. Siebert gets the sign. Here's the pitch on a 2-8. He struck him out. No runs to hit, 1 left on. We're through 2. It's Yankees 1, Indians nothing. Third K of the game for Siebert. Strat-O-Matic has 2. Before you got here, Bob, we were discussing how so many of these cards on the Yankees have underperformed so far in the replay. And yes, it's still very young in the season. I expect that to turn around. Don't get me wrong, I don't expect them to be a great ball club in 66, but I certainly expect better than 3-14. Top of the order for Cleveland. It'll be Davila leading it off. 0 for 1, grounded out in the first. Strat-O-Matic gets the sign from Howard. Here's the windup and the pitch to Davila. That's going to be a 5-9 to the left-hander. It's a fly ball into right. Lazy fly. Maris in his tracks makes the catch, 1 down. And that'll bring up Max Alvis. The third baseman singled his first time up. Wound up at third base, but failed to come in. Strat-O-Matic into the windup. The pitch to Alvis is a 2-5 right-handed grounder to second base. That's Richardson. Fields it smoothly over to Pepitone, 2 down quickly. And here's Leon Wagner. Reached on an error. A rare error by Elston Howard. 2 down, nobody on. Strat-O-Matic into the windup now. Here's the pitch to Wagner. That's going to be a 6-6 left-handed single to 11 on an 18. Speared by Richardson. He does it again. So a liner to second. Side retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Mel Strat-O-Matic. And we go to the bottom of the third. Still 1-0. And Ben for Cleveland. Siebert getting warm now. The Yankees will send up the top of their order. Bobby Richardson to lead it off. Singled and scored in the first. Sonny Siebert gets the sign from Sims now. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 3-10 right-handed. Double to 17. That's into the gap for extra bases. Davila running it down. Richardson will cruise into second with a stand-up double. So Richardson setting the table today. And thank you, Ben. Here's White. White flew to left his first time up. Switch hitter batting lefty. Siebert checks the runner. Now comes to the plate. 6-12 left-handed. Grounded to the pitcher X. That's a 2E24 Siebert. And here's the roll on the play. That's going to be an 18. He's got it. Throws to Whitfield, and the runner will take third on the play. So 1-3X, Richardson to third. And here comes Roger Maris. Mickey Mantle on deck. Maris flew to center his first time up. Third inning, Cleveland will pull the infield in here. Runner at third, 1 down. Siebert with a pitch to Maris. That's going to be a 3-7. Fly to center field, B question mark. Davila has it. Richardson can tag up on that. I've got them written right here. 14, 2 out, 16, 17. He's coming. Davila hits the cutoff and ground. Here's the relay. He's safe. Sacrifice fly, Maris. Richardson in to score, and it's 2-0. And Bobby Richardson has scored both runs today. And here comes the Mick. Doubled in a run in the first. 2-0 Yankees. Mantle standing in, switch hitter batting left-handed. Siebert the windup. Here's the pitch, a 1-5. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Colavito just turns around and watches it go. Home run, Mantle. No doubt about it. 1-5, clean shot for Mantle. Just his second home run of the year, and both have come recently. So perhaps these guys are starting to find a groove here. And here's Tresh. Tresh struck out in the first. 2 away. Siebert gets the sign. The pitch to Tresh is a 5-6 left-handed. That's a double to 7 on a 16. He'll settle for a long single. And Siebert being knocked around a bit so far today. Say he came into the game 2-0, 1.50. Here's Pepitone now. Flew to center his first time up. Siebert from the stretch. That's going to be a 3-9 against the right-hander. It's a grounder to second base. Gonzalez has it. He'll go the short way to Brown, and that will retire the side. 2 runs, however, on 3 hits. Sac fly and a home run by the Mick. We're through 3 complete here in the Bronx. It is Yankees 3, Indians nothing. That was just his second of the season, Bob. The card, of course, much better than that. Granted, he won't play full-time due to health issues. He only had 333 at-bats that year, but he did hit 23 home runs. Very impressive .538 slugging percentage. So Stottlemyre, who came into the game 0-4, staked to a 3-run lead now as we go to the 4th inning. Rocky Colavito will lead it off for Cleveland. He grounded to short his first time up. Stottlemyre gets the sign from Howard. Here's the windup on the pitch. That's going to be a 6-9 right-handed grounder down to first base. It's Pepitone. He'll take it himself. And there's 1 away. Fred Whitfield will be the batter now. Left-handed hitter. Line to Richardson in the first. Stottlemyre gets the sign. The pitch to Whitfield. 3-8 right-handed is a tapper to short. Boyer charging on the run. Throws him out. And that'll bring up Pedro Gonzalez with 2 down. Pedro with a walk today. Stottlemyre with the pitch. That's going to be a 4-8 right-handed fly ball to left. White comes in a few steps and puts it away. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Stottlemyre. So Stottlemyre's looking good today. Bidding for his first win of the season, believe it or not. And he leads 3-0. Oh, definitely, Rick. His speed was Mays-like before the injuries. In fact, I always say that Willie Mays was the best all-around player of all time. I also believe that a fully healthy Mickey Mantle would have given him a run for his money. I mean, he gave him a run for his money even with the injuries. So, yeah, I think a fully healthy Mantle might have been the greatest player of all time. He certainly looked like that when he first came up. It was Stan Musial, Stan the Man, who once said to the Mick, if you'd have taken better care of yourself, you would have been the best there ever was. Bottom of the lineup for New York, Boyer, Howard, and Stottlemyre. Clete Boyer singled his first time up. Siebert into the windup now. The pitch to Clete Boyer is a 6-7 to the righty. It's a grounder to second base X. That'll be Gonzalez. Gonzalez a 3E14. Behind the bag now. Here's the play on a 6. He's got it. Fine play. Throws him out, 1 down. So nice play, Gonzalez. To retire Boyer. And Elston Howard will be the hitter. Howard struck out in the second. Siebert staring in now. Here's the windup and the pitch. That'll be a 6-5 right-handed. A grounder to shortstop X. That'll be Brown. Brown a 3E31. Brown into the hole. Here's the play. 11, it's the E rating. A roll of an 8 on a 31. He makes the play. Throws him out, 2 down. So nice play, Brown. When it went to the E rating, I was kind of anticipating an error, but he made a fine play. Here's Mel Stottlemyre, struck out in the second. 2 down, nobody on. The pitch from Siebert is a 4-5 right-handed. Fly ball to center, shallow. Davalillo, few steps in, and that'll do it. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Sonny Siebert. We're through 4. It's Yankees 3, Indians nothing. Oh my, yes, Ben. He was as fast as anybody. Would he have been as good a center fielder as Mays? It would have been close, but I'd say probably not. But he would have out-hit him. So on balance, yeah. I actually just wish we could have that debate today. In other words, had to have seen what a fully healthy Mantle could have done. To the 5th we go, bottom of the order for Cleveland. That'll be Brown, Sims, and the pitcher, Siebert. Brown 0 for 1, standing in from the right side. Stottlemyre with the windup now, and here's the pitch to Brown. It's a 6-12 right-handed, a grounder to second base X. That's Richardson. Gold glove caliber at a 1E17, and here's the play. On a 2, diving stop by Richardson behind the bag, to his feet, throws him out. Oh my goodness, would you look at that. It's a web jam by Bobby Richardson. Holy crap, and the crowd is buzzing. 4-3X exclamation. Only a 1 could have made that play. And here's Duke Sims. Man, if they'd had a replay board back then, they'd be showing that one. Here's Sims now, left-handed hitting catcher, struck out in the second. Stottlemyre gets his sign. The pitch to the Duke, 4-10, left-handed, a tapper to first. Pepitone to his right, flips to Stottlemyre covering, and there's 2 away. With 2 down, Siebert will hit. Only the 5th. A lot of time left. Right-handed hitter struck out in the second. Stottlemyre gets the sign from Howard. And here's the pitch. It's a 4-8 to the right-hander. Fly ball to left. White coming in on it. He's there, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Stottlemyre. Stottlemyre now has retired 11 in a row. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Top of the order for New York, Bobby Richardson. 2 for 2 today, scored twice. Great play in the field. Richardson and Mantle, of course, carrying the team so far in this one. And Stottlemyre, of course. Siebert stares in now. Here's the pitch to Bobby. It's a 2-9. Pops him up. left side. That's going to be Brown. He's got it 1 down. And that'll bring up Roy White. White's 0 for 2. Siebert gets the sign from Sims. Here's the windup. And here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-10 left-handed. It's a grounder to third base X. That's Max Alvis. Fine defensive third baseman. 3E21. Yeah, that's right. I had to double check that. 3E21, and here's the roll on the play. On a 7, that'll be the E rating. It's an 8 on an E21. He's got it. Throws him out by a step. Nice play, Alvis, and 2 away. And here's Maris now. Flew to center twice. The second time deep enough to drive in a run. Siebert staring in. And here's the pitch. On a 2-6 right-handed, grounder to short. That's Brown. Over to Whitfield. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Sonny Siebert. So we're through 5. 3-0 Yankees. Yes, he really was, Bud. Strat-O-Matic was a very good pitcher. I mean, this is a pretty good card, frankly. And he went 12-20 in real life. And that wasn't even one of his better years. Boy, and that's true, Rick. I watched some of those old World Series, and you basically got the single camera shot from the press box. Now we've got replays with 18 different angles, and you know what I mean. To the 6th we go. Vic Davalillo to lead it off. He's 0 for 2. Strat-O-Matic getting the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch to Vic. That's going to be a 3-7 right-handed. A grounder to second. Richardson has it. To Pepitone, 1 down. Just double checking that result. 1 down, and here's Max Alvis. Max 1 for 2. Strat-O-Matic pitching to Dandy today. The windup and the pitch to Max. A 6-9 right-handed tapper to first. Pepitone will take this one himself, and quickly there are 2 away in the 6th. And that'll bring up Leon Wagner. Wagner 0 for 2 today. Strat-O-Matic gets the sign. Here's the windup. It's a 3-4 right-handed fly ball to left field. White is there. And Strat-O-Matic is rolling. 1-2-3 go the Indians. Mel Strat-O-Matic has now retired 15 batters in a row. You know, Ben, I don't think it is, and I'll tell you why. Because it's a two-dimensional image. That's all you're seeing. It's a two-dimensional image of a three-dimensional event. Siebert getting ready to work the 6th. It'll be the Mick to lead it off. Mantle having a good day at the plate with a home run and a double. He's knocked in a pair. Siebert staring in to get the sign. Shakes one off now. Now he's in agreement with Sims. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 2-5. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Siebert got the pitch he wanted. And Mantle swung and missed it. And here's Tresh now, 1 for 2. The windup on the pitch. Here it is. It's a 2-8 to the righty. It's a fly ball to center field. Dalvaleo there makes the catch for the out, and there are 2 away. And that'll bring up Joe Pepitone. Pepitone 0 for 2 today. Flew out in the second, grounded out in the third. Siebert staring in now. Here's the windup. The pitch to Joe, a 5-9 left-handed, struck him out. So a 1-2-3 inning for Siebert. Siebert himself now has retired 10 in a row. And we're through 6 in a 3-0 game. So Siebert pitching a fine game. He's just been outclassed here today by Strat-O-Matic, who's only allowed 1 hit through 6 innings. And there's Perry. Welcome, Perry. The box around the plate. You mean they didn't have the batter's box then? I'm not sure I fully understand that one. Stottlemyre ready to work now in the 7th, his first inning of potential fatigue, and he'll be looking at Colavito, Whitfield, and Gonzalez. Colavito 0 for 2 today. Stottlemyre gets the sign. Here's the windup on the pitch. It's going to be a 4-7 right-handed. It's a tapper to short. Boyer to Pepitone, 1 down. And boy, Stottlemyre is in a groove now, working very quickly. He gets the ball back, says, get in there, Whitfield. Fred Whitfield, 0 for 2 today. Stottlemyre with the delivery. 6-3 left-handed is a fly to left field X. That's going to be White, a 4E15. Always an adventure, and here is the play. That's going to be a 19. It's down for a base hit. Very playable ball. Generous scoring in this broadcaster's opinion, and they'll give Whitfield a single on that. And here's Pedro Gonzalez now. Whitfield not a threat to run. Gonzalez 0 for 1 with a walk. Stottlemyre gets the sign, now working from the stretch, which he hasn't done since the first inning. No, I take that back. He walked 1 in the second. Pitch to Gonzalez. That's a 5-8 right-handed. Triple to 1. That's down for a base hit. Gonzalez, Whitfield will head into third. Gonzalez with a single. Man, it's amazing how this works sometimes, isn't it, guys? Right on cue, an S7 endurance. And here we are in the 7th inning, 1 hitter walk from fatiguing, and they'll get busy now in the New York pen. Steve Hamilton and Pedro Ramos, a lefty and a righty, begin to throw. Gonzalez a star 15 stealer, but Stottlemyre with a -2 hold. He will not be held. They'll be at double play depth for Larry Brown, who's 0 for 2 today. One out, runners at the corners. Infield at double play depth, and here's Stottlemyre's pitch to Larry Brown. That's going to be a 2-5 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. A huge strikeout by Stottlemyre, and there's 2 away. And it'll be up to Duke Sims. Sims 0 for 2 today. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Stottlemyre from the stretch. The pitch to the Duke. 4-8, swung on and missed, strike 3. So with runners at the corners and 1 out, Strat-O-Matic fans Brown and Sims to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on. And Strat-O-Matic works his way out of the jam with back-to-back strikeouts. I'll tell you, Perry, I watched everybody I could find when I first got this idea. My first thought was, I wonder if anybody else is doing this. So I searched Strat-O-Matic on YouTube. There's a lot of stuff out there. Took ideas from quite a few people. The score sheet and dice set I took directly from Jeffrey Guterman. I thought he had the best setup as far as, yes, that's what people want to see. You want to see the dice, the cards, and the score sheet. And by doing so, you can get closer up on it, and then you can see it better. I could have one of those fields or show you part of the screen. In other words, back the camera up way more. But I'm thinking if I did that, you wouldn't be able to read the cards. And everyone has a different style of describing the game as well. Okay, here's Siebert now. Siebert, his last inning of work almost assuredly, as he's set to lead off in the 8th. Bottom of the order for New York, Boyer, Howard, and Strat-O-Matic. Clete Boyer 1 for 2 today. Siebert gets his time. The pitch is a 1-6 right-handed tapper down to short. Brown charges it on the run, throws him out. And that'll bring up Elston Howard. Elston 0 for 2 today. Right-handed hitting catcher. Siebert set now, the windup. The pitch is a 6-9 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Howard goes down on strikes for the second time today. And Strat-O-Matic will bat, of course. Pitching a shutout. He's going for it. Siebert's pitch, a 4-7 to the right-hander, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Siebert ends his day on a flourish. 1-2-3 go the Yankees. Siebert retired the last 13 he faced. So it's a shame he'll have to come out, but come out he will as he's set to lead off the inning here. And we will have a pinch hitter to start the 8th. 3-0 Yankees as we move along to the 8th. That's a good question, Perry. Let's take a look at that. Heck, Bob probably knows the answer to that without looking it up. No, he last played in 1968. For Boston. How about that? I did not know that. Pinch hitting for Cleveland. See, they use Chuck Hinton in real life. That's good enough for me. Chuck Hinton will come off the bench. To lead off the 8th inning. Hinton, a right-handed batter, comes into the game hitting .308, just 4 for 13 with 2 runs batted in. Hasn't played much, but with 348 at-bats, that will change at some point. So here's Hinton now, righty on righty. Strat-O-Matic gets the sign. The pitch to Chuck Hinton, a 5-12 right-handed, is grounded to first base X. That's Pepitone. Gold Glove, 1E8. Pepitone to his right. Here's the play. That's going to be a 20. He's got it. Flips to Strat-O-Matic covering. Nice play, Pepitone. 3-1X. 1 down. Hinton retired. And here's Vic Davalillo. Vic's 0 for 3 today. Stottelmeyer staring in now. The sign from Howard. The windup. The pitch to Vic. A 5-5 left-handed. A tapper down to second. Richardson charging it. On the run. Sidearm throw to Pepitone. 2 down. And with 2 away, it'll be up to Max Alvis. Max 1 for 3 today. One of only 3 Cleveland hits on the day. All singles. Stottelmeyer into the windup. That's going to be a 4-7 right-handed grounder to short. Boyer has it. Long throw across, and that will do it. A 1-2-3 inning for Mel Stottelmeyer. Oh my goodness, what a game by Stottelmeyer. Trailing, they'll go to the long man, I think, here. They're going to bring Steve Hargan in to pitch. New pitcher for Cleveland. Siebert went 7. Normally you'd think a lefty here, but Bob Allen with only 51 innings. Let's see how much Allen has pitched. Well, he is available, but it's going to be Hargan. Siebert allowed 6 hits. Three runs all earned. He did not walk a batter and struck out 3, 5, 7. So a very nice game for Siebert. But he's on the losing end right now, and Steve Hargan will take his warm-ups. Hargan, a starter reliever, comes into the game having appeared in 3 ball games, all in relief. No record, but a rather high 6.23 ERA across 4 1/3 innings. And it will be the top of the order for New York. Richardson, White, and Maris. Hargan gets the sign. Here's the windup. The pitch to Bobby Richardson, a 6-10 to the righty, is a grounder to shortstop X. That'll be Brown, a 3E31. Brown into the hole on a 14. He's got it. Throws him out, 1 down. So 6-3X, Richardson retired. And here's Roy White. White 0 for 3 today. Roger Maris on deck. Hargan gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 1-8 against the righty. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Hargan comes in throwing some heat, 2 away. And here's Roger Maris. Roger Repose stretching. Hargan, the pitch to Maris. That's going to be a 1-7 right-handed base hit into right field. Maris with a 2-out single, his first hit of the day, and that will bring Mickey Mantle to the plate. One on, 2 away. Mickey Mantle with a homer and a double today. 2 runs batted in. Hargan from the stretch. The pitch to Mickey. 3-6, and he walks him. Ball 4. Perhaps pitching carefully to Mantle, who's hot today. And it's first and second, 2 down. And Tom Tresh will get an at-bat here in the bottom of the 8th. 3-0 New York. Tresh batting left-handed against Hargan. He's 1 for 3 today. Hargan the sign from Sims. The pitch to Tresh, a 4-2 to the lefty. Tapper to second. Gonzalez has it to Whitfield, and that will do it. No runs a hit, 2 left on. We're going to the 9th. 3-0. We'll have some defensive changes for the Yankees. White will come out. Mickey Mantle's going to move over to left. Roger Repose will take over in center. A 2E3 with a 0 arm. Mantle, the same rating in left. You might say replace Mantle too, but I just can't take him out of the game. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, the 67 season. I only know it from reading about it, but oh my God, what a pennant race. All eyes now on Mel Stottlemyre as he's going for a complete game shutout. He'll have to go through the heart of the order, Wagner, Colavito, and Whitfield to get it. Wagner 0 for 3 today. Stottlemyre gets the sign from Howard. Here's the windup in the pitch. A 6-5 to the left-hander. Fly ball to center. That's going to be Repose out there, just inserted into the game defensively, and he makes the catch for the out. And here's Rocky. Rocky quiet today, 0 for 3. Came in leading the league in OPS. Stottlemyre gets the sign now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Rocky. On a 6-7 to the righty. Base hit into right field. Double 1 through 10 on a 19. It's a 1-out single for Rocky Colavito. So Colavito not about to be denied his hit in the game. He's on with 1 down, and here's Whitfield. 1 more hit or walk. No, that isn't true. He pitched a flawless 8th. Excuse me. Stottlemyre's good to go, and here's Whitfield, 1 for 3. Stottlemyre 2 outs from the shutout. From the stretch, the pitch to Whitfield is a 3-9 right-handed, a grounder to second. That's going to do it. Richardson to Boyer to Pepitone, and that's the ball game. So Stottlemyre with a complete game shutout. What a game by Stottlemyre, and he picks up his first win of the season. He had some rough luck in that 0-4 start. Things turned around for him today. 9 innings, ended up with a 4-hitter, all singles. He walked only 1. Struck out 4. Hargan in his own inning, 1 hit, a walk, a strikeout, no runs. Siebert takes the loss. Siebert pitched a good game, hard luck loser. He drops to 2-1. Three to nothing, the final for the Yankees. 3 runs on 7 hits. They made 1 error. For the Indians, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. And thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, and Perry, absolutely. That I miss. Of all the things I miss, it's the complete game by the starting pitcher. I think probably if I had to name one thing that I missed about today's today's game, it would be that. The complete game by the starting pitcher. Heck, now you get excited if they go 6. And absolutely, Ben. So you already exploded the cards, right? Did you get them organized by team and everything? And thank you, Bob, Rick, Kenyon, Ben, Perry, Jack, and everyone. Appreciate having you here, fellas. Tomorrow's game should be good. It's going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers at the San Francisco Giants. That'll be Claude Osteen for the Dodgers, and the Giants bringing Joe Gibbon out of the pen to start for them, the left-hander. 2 left-handers, actually. And I'll be on a little earlier tomorrow. That's going to be at 12:30, a half an hour earlier. 12:30 Pacific. Just after lunch, as I have something to do in the late afternoon. So join me for that. In the meantime, great ball game today. Fantastic game by Mel Stottlemyre, who, by the way, is your Chief Spokane Gary player of the game. Honorable mention to Mickey Mantle. 2 for 3 with a double and a homer. But with a 4-hit shutout, it's got to be Mel. Nice to see him pick up his first win. I hate to see anybody go start the year 0-5, that's for damn sure. Yes, Perry, the businessman special, absolutely. What's the Spokane Steve? I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, everybody, once again. And have a very pleasant good afternoon/evening. Take care, everybody.